There's some little tiny bees today. These are our lesser pollinators. These are not honeybees. A lot of people don't know that honeybees were brought over to North America from England. So they were not native to this part of the country. So if they died out, we would have a lot less things, but we would also have our lesser pollinators also that don't make honey for us. That's kind of cool. Blackberries are ripening up. Yes. Yum. It's a beautiful day to be out in the garden. I'm being serenaded by a mockingbird who pretty much owns this space. Let's just be honest. The tomatoes really enjoyed that little cool spell we had. Wind it back through and give it a little bit more support. There we go. The prophet hasn't been out here in a while picking his tomatoes, so yum. Good breakfast. Garden candy. That's what these are called. Kind of different varieties, like some are more red. Those ones are more red. Yum. So I'm getting treats for my rooster this morning, and I noticed that ants have moved in. Little tiny ants have moved in the mealworm bin, so that's one disadvantage of keeping it outside. Other things move into it. Black soldier flies, ants, yeah, so now I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I was needing to clean it out anyway and collect this fertilizer, because this is great for the garden. The mealworm frass, or poop, is great for the garden, so I have to collect that anyway. So I'll clean it out and see what I'm gonna do about the ants. All right, let's go give that rooster his treats. Where are you, Rocket? Here you go. Oops, here you go, Rocket. He just sets them down for the girls again. Amazing. What a gentleman. He's just excited that the girls get some. This is definitely working, you guys. This rooster is a lot more calmer around me now. And I've been in the chicken yard doing certain things, you know, chores and stuff with the with the black soldier fly bin and whatnot. And he has been much nicer. Laying it down for the girls. I love it. He just gets in his mouth and puts it down so they can get him. That is so cute. All right, here you go, girls. There you go. Look at all this space, you guys. So we're envisioning a hoop coop right there. A big hoop coop. So that would be so nice. It'd also be really nice when I go on vacation to be able to leave them in there, leave their food and water in there. It'll be a lot easier than having someone come and shut them in the coop for safety every night. And then, yeah, that'll make it so much easier. First, I feel like I have to start out by saying thank you to our fallen heroes and all the families that take part in defending our nation so that we can have the freedom to have a front yard garden and to grow our own food. So many other freedoms that we take for granted. We honor you this day. This Roma put on a lot of beautiful tomatoes, but unfortunately the plant itself did not do well, as you can see. So probably what happened here, it's not really my fault. It's probably succumbed to a soil disease. There are diseases in the soil that tomatoes get, and that's why one advantage to the hybrid tomatoes instead of the heirloom tomatoes is because some of them are bred to resist some of these diseases in the soil. So this plant, that is one reason that gardeners rotate their tomatoes. But this plant is probably not the best for me in my garden, so I need to make a note on the seed packet for this variety. Probably will not do it next year. That is one reason I do these Tasmanian chocolate ones in containers, because then you have control over the soil. In a small garden, it's not that easy to rotate. Yum. To rotate your soil all the time, or rotate your plants all the time, because you just don't have that much space. But it is easy to get fresh soil in containers, so that is one reason I do that. Oh, those are hard to get off. I'm gonna go get some scissors. Yum, lots of tomatoes. Oh, there's a beautiful red one. One of the first things I'm doing is setting up my sprinkler because it is definitely dry out here. We're gonna do something about that today. Mulch, mulch, mulch. Look, my melons came up. Look at that, you guys. I love the first little sprouts. I'll have to thin those to just one or two in that area. And this tomato plant is the first year for this one, and look at it. Let me back up. It is so abundant, and it's got great, beautiful tomatoes. So I'm very impressed with this plant. I need to get the name of it. I'll print it down below when I edit. It's Carmello something. So I haven't gotten to try any yet, but it looks like the first ones are ripe. So I'm gonna have to taste that, see how it tastes today. Yes, people have wine tasting contests and I have tomato tasting contests. Yay, oh, there's another couple. We'll let them ripen up a little bit more. Yes. I love tomato season.
So I found a ripe blackberry, so let's see how it is. The first ripe blackberry of the season.
Is it sweet?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's really good.
So a piece of my weed whacker broke off when I was weed eating the other day, so I'm trying to send my kid down in the gutter and see if it's down there, because we can't find it anywhere. Oh, you almost got it.
I'm scared of my toes getting smashed.
Yeah, don't smash your toes.
Nope.
Let us try. Aunt Nina's getting it! Now I am pretty familiar with gutters because I was a gutter rat when I was a kid. I don't see it. Where could it have gone?
It could have. You haven't had any rain since then, have you?
No, it was just yesterday. Is it down there, Eli?
No. Somebody give me like a flash. The flashlight is on the.
Okay, we'll get the flashlight. Is it there?
Nope. Don't think so.
Yeah, it's orange, right?
Yeah, it's kind of light orange. Oh well. So we spent a lot of time as kids in the gutters. There was like a clubhouse for us. So it's sewage gutters. It was kind of fun. So yeah, leave it in the comments if you were also a gutter rat when you were a kid. Not that I'm encouraging anyone to do that. No. So we will just have to order a new piece. It was the cap that went over here. We cannot find it anywhere. What a mystery. Well, we know it's not in the gutter. We are getting together with friends later, so I'm gonna make a salad. Believe it or not, with that little cool spell, I got some beautiful lettuce left. But it needs to go because it is just gonna get bitter and wilty and coat a seed now that it's warmer. And then I'll take some of this purslane to put in the salad and cut it. And some fresh dandelion greens, so good for us, mixed in that salad. Dandelion greens aren't just for rabbits. And all the different squashes I planted came up. Yay! This wonderful tomato plant needs a little restraining so I can grow something down here. Needs to go up and not out. Let's do this. Okay, you guys. Twine. A tomato gardener's best friend. So I got them contained quite a bit. So potentially I could grow something here. I've already got some more purslane growing here. I love to see that. It's the summer for survival food. And the more I get this off of the ground, the more good air circulation I get, and it'll be less prone to disease. I don't want any branches touching the ground. So, homestead victory. Get to bless the chickens with a little bit of greenery. So if you guys can see, this chicken yard kind of slopes down that way, and so all the time I would put shredded leaves here amongst the chicken, and then it would just float down, I guess, down under the trampoline towards that. So I've got lots of good mulch there, lots of shredded leaves and hay. Don't do it, don't do it. Nope, nope, don't. Oh gosh, he's been so friendly lately. Anyway, I've got lots of shredded leaves and hay, and so I'm gonna, most people would bring their wheelbarrow in here. But not me. I'm gonna collect it with these buckets. I'll show you why. I think if there's one thing I could change on my homestead, if I could pick one thing, it would probably be this. Well, the broken pipe under the sink, yeah, it would definitely be that, but this would be next. So, I cannot get it opened very far. Certainly not far enough to fit a wheelbarrow. And this one won't open either very far. Just because I think that the level has raised here in the chicken yard, so it hits dirt. And this post is kind of leaning. So that causes the gate to lean this way and get stuck. So anyway, and then if I could then get a wheelbarrow fit in there, then I've got this pole here that I have to get past, which was an old clothesline, which has been here since we bought the house. It's just gonna be hard to dig up, but I'm gonna get my boys after this sometime. and ask them to help me dig it up. Because unfortunately, also, it's in my way, but also several people, including my poor brother-in-law, have hit their head on this old rusty thing because they're tall. Us short people just go right under it and we don't even notice it. But tall people, I had another helper on my farm that was also tall who did the same thing. So this has got to go. It's a safety obstacle keeping me from inviting people, well, tall people, on the homestead. So that won't do. We can't discriminate, just have short people on the homestead. Okay, so anyway, that is the thing I would change. I would pull up this pole, get this pole removed. Unfortunately, I do use it to harvest my rabbits. So it is very useful, but it needs to be somewhere else. And I would straighten up this fence post and maybe take the gates off, like take the gate off here and raise it up some so that it will just go, you know, not enough so the chickens can get out or things can get in, but enough so that it can open up and just go right over the dirt. That's one of my dreams. There are always lots of projects to be done, but that's okay. It'll get done in its own time. We can just take small steps to big victories. So today, I'm gonna use my 5-gallon buckets and get some mulch for the garden. Look at that great shredded leaf mulch. Wonderful. She's gonna help me. You can help me stir it up? Okay, let's do this. Figaro is doing great, you guys. Look at these figs we're gonna have. Doesn't that look great? They're all over it. So it died back during Snowmageddon. So if you can see, these are the old branches. So it was getting pretty big and it died completely back to the ground, but now it is, look, it's even got figs along the bottom branch. Amazing. So I'm so glad it survived. More figs. Yum, that's gonna be so tasty. And I need to get it watered a little bit because it turned dry on us. So I keep this hose to water Figaro. You'll never guess where the water comes from. All the way from my backyard, from my rain barrel. All right, turn it on and let it drain. 55 gallons for Figaro. It'll be worth it. Those figs will taste so sweet. Now from the rain barrel, as you can imagine, it just comes out a trickle. So much different than watering with a regular hose. Not sure it would work with a drip irrigation system. You might have to get something special, maybe a pump or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's why I choose certain areas to bless with it. All right, let's get this mulch on the garden. That was a great small step. That bed is totally doing great. Tomatoes are contained. We have some purslane growing up for ground cover. It's all mulched really deep. And I uncovered my trumpet squash right there and there and there and there. It didn't come up. What I put down here, the squash I put down here did not come up, so I'll have to replant that, but that's okay. Yes! Yay! I'm glad I got that small step done. It's getting pretty hot out here, so I'm gonna go in. I won't be able to do a small step this evening because we are going to meet with friends for dinner. My husband's helping them move today, well, helping parents move today, and then we're gonna meet for dinner tonight, so that'll be fun. But, however, it'll be just one more opportunity for me not to drink alcohol. So that's fine, I can do this. Get over those firsts, right? And then it's gonna just be really easy. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garden today, you guys. Bye.